Good afternoon. My name is Emmett Frank with Hotwire Communications, and today I'm going to be showing you how to use many of the different features on your Fission TV system. So, as you currently see here, we are on the blue screen. This blue screen indicates that the set-top box is off. You can turn on the set-top box simply by pressing the OK or Select button. The Select button is located at the center of this red circle. You can simply press Select and your set-top box is now on. So that can happen for any number of reasons. That's just simply has happened due to the power on the TV coming on a second after the set-top box turns on. So the power button on the top left of the remote, located right here, that will be controlling both the set-top box, Hotwire box, as well as your TV power. So your TV may have came on a second after the set-top box. So I recommend to keep the blue screen from coming up when you turn on your TV. I recommend holding the TV power button down for approximately 1 to 2 seconds. That will allow the TV to turn on and the set-top box to stay on. If you notice on the right top of the remote, the STB power button, that STB power button will only control the power for your set-top box. So if I press that, it will turn off the set-top box. If I press it again, it will turn it on. So that is only controlling the set-top box. The TV power button on the top left controls both the television set and the set-top box. So you're going to mainly be using the TV power button about 99% of the time. So now that we've got that clarified, let's go over some of the basic buttons on the remote. So as you guys may know, I'm just going to point out the volume controls and channel controls. So if you see here, there's volume down, volume up, channel down, and channel up. So that's how you're going to be able to change the volume and change the station as well. So those are just some basic buttons right there. Getting rid of that. Going back now to this dial right here, this wheel, this is how you're going to be navigating through all of the Hotwire menus on your screen. So I'm just going to open the guide for right now. I'll go over the guide as well a little bit later. I can go using these directional arrows. I can go up and down, left and right. So when I say go up, I mean press up on that dial, and when I say go down, that means going down on this dial, left going left, right going right as well. And then once you've made a selection, let's say The Simpsons right here, I can press the select button, and that's how you're going to be navigating and using the directional keys right there. So now that we know that, let's get into the different features and menus on the Hotwire system. So first thing I will show you is the banner, the On Now banner. I can bring up the banner by changing this channel, and it will bring it up, as well as pressing the down arrow on the dial. It will bring that banner back up. If you want to dismiss the banner quickly, let's say you're flipping through the stations and you want to get rid of that banner, you can press the back exit button, which is located right here. I can press that and it will dismiss that banner quickly and easily. So change the channel, I want to get rid of the banner, I can press back exit and it is gone now. So now that you know how to get the banner and get rid of that banner, you can simply, now with this banner, you're able to use replay as well as record from here. So if you notice on the left side, it says just missed. This just missed, if I press left, it will bring up the shows that I've just missed on the station. Since this is a replay station, I can now go back in time to an earlier time slot, press select on that time slot, and now I have selected an earlier show, and it will now give me the options to watch it right here. I can simply press select on watch, and now I am watching something from earlier today. To get back to regular live TV, I can either change the station going up and down, or I can hold down that back exit button, and that will bring up this banner right here. I can press select, and I'm back to watching live TV. Now, with this banner still up, instead of going to the left to replay, I can actually go to the right now and get what is coming on next. So we can't replay this because it hasn't aired yet, but what we can do is record it. So let's say I want to record the 7 o'clock airing of this Forged in Fire right here. I can go right over to it, I can press select, and then it's going to give me the options to either record episode or record the series. As well as there is going to be more show times if you want to see different times of that airing, as well as the cast and crew if you find an actor or actress you would like to see more of, you're able to select from here. But bringing that back up, so let me restart that again. So going down, going over to the right now, and let's do the 7 o'clock time slot. Press select on that, and let's do the series. So let's go down to record series. I can press select on that. This will give me a few different options as well. I can just press record and it will record with the basic preferences. If I wanted to change these preferences, I would be able to go over to the right, select one of these, so time, so I can select that. It will give me the options to do any day, any time around the time of that show. Any day, any time, it will record all of them. Any day, any time, once per day, will record the first and only one airing of that show. So I'm going to do any day, any time because we want to get every single episode. Now, if it is a new series and you only want to get the new episodes recorded, you would do first run only. This will only record the brand new airings of that show. And if you do first run and rerun, it will record every single airing of that show. So let's go to first run and rerun. I can also extend the end time. I don't necessarily recommend this for a series unless you know it runs later often, or there's a show right on afterwards that you want to record. You can just change the time there. This is mainly useful for live broadcasts or sporting events that run over their scheduled time slot. So you can leave this, don't change, let's say, and now I can go down to the keeping preferences. I can press select on that. On a single episode or a movie, it will give me the options to keep all episodes until space is needed, or keep episodes until I erase. On a series, it gives you the extra option of keeping an amount of episodes on your library, and as soon as it reaches that maximum amount, it will delete the oldest one. So let's do 5 episodes. And now let's go up to record, and we're going to press select. And now we have scheduled this to record. And since I've done first run and rerun and any day, any time, I am actually getting all of the airings of this show as well. So that was this On Now guide right here. Another feature on this On Now guide, if you notice the up and down arrows, so if I press up with that open, it would allow me to surf through the stations in the vicinity of that current station I'm on, and it will actually give me a preview of most shows or most stations on here. So if I go to a station like this, or like this for example, I can get a preview of that other show while I am continue watching the current programming I'm on. And let's say I wanted to now change to this station right here. I can press select and it changes just like that. So that was the On Now banner or the Peaks menu. And you can bring that up by pressing the down arrow. So the next thing I will show you is the guide. So I'm going to be going over how to use the guide now. So you can access the guide by pressing the guide button located right there on your remote. That will open the guide as you see right here. This guide will show you 6 stations in descending order. If you go down, you're actually going up the stations, and if you go up on this list, you're going down the station. So just want to make that clear so you're not confused when I'm saying go down. I really mean go down physically with the red box, and up, going up with the red box, not ascending or descending in station. So as you see here, these 5 stations up here are replay TV stations, and you can indicate that by the little looping arrow on the right side of the title, as well as the gray portion on the left side of the station where the station number is, as well as the call sign. And if you notice right here, this channel 71 does not have that gray border or the looping arrow, so that means that this is not a replay station. On a replay station, you're able to actually go back 48 hours. So you can use the left arrow, go left, and go to an earlier time slot in the day, same as that On Now guide or On Now menu banner. I can now go left, go to earlier today, or I can actually use the rewind button, and the rewind button is located right here on the top left inside that red rectangle, the rewind button right there, the 2 arrows on top of each other going to the left. If I press that, it will go back a full day. I press it again, goes back another day. And if you notice right here, I am now back 48 hours. So this last time slot, this 4 o'clock time slot, has already expired because 4 o'clock has already passed. It is 4:21 right now. So you can also see that this does not have the looping arrow as well, so this is not available right now. But what you can do is catch the last few minutes of this. So there's 8 minutes left now in this time slot. I can actually go to the airing right afterwards, or the show right after that, press select on that and watch it. And now this is almost 48 hours ago, but now using those time controls, the rewind button, I can actually rewind by pressing that. I can press it again to go faster, one more time to go even faster. And now where you see that gray is where I can't go back any further, but this is exactly 48 hours ago. You are able to pause it for maybe a few minutes, but as soon as that 48 hours has ticked up, as it will keep on ticking up right there, as you see right there, it just started playing automatically. And now, since we are on a replay, I will show you how to use your replay and fast forward and also the jump buttons. So as you see here on the top right, you can use the fast forward button by pressing that once. You can press it again, it'll go faster. One more time, even faster. And then you can press the pause play button to stop that as well. That pause play button is located at the center of that red rectangle, and that will pause and play with the same button. Underneath the fast forward buttons, we have the jump buttons. The jump buttons will allow you to jump back in time and forward in time. The jump back button will jump back 7 seconds each time you press it. So let's say you miss a scene or miss a play on a show or something, you can press the jump back button and it will jump back 7 seconds each time you press it. And now let's say you've gotten to a commercial. So let me get to a commercial real quick. So we just got to the beginning of this commercial. Most commercials are in 30-second blocks, maybe 4 to 6 minutes long. So you can actually use this jump button that jumps forward 30 seconds each time you press it. So let's say I can press it 4 to 8 times maybe. So I'll do 4 times to start out with. 1, 2, 3, 4. Still on commercial. Let me try 2 more times. 1. Oh, there we go. That 1 was all I needed, and now we're back to the scheduled program. Now, you may have noticed I may have missed a few seconds from the beginning of this. I can use the jump back button and get the very, very beginning of that show. So, commercial is just ending right now, and now the show has started. So, very, very simple on how to use those playback controls. So I just changed the channel to reset it. You can also hold down that back exit button to reset and go back to regular live TV. So let me just go to a different station. All right. So that was the guide and going back in time. Now you are actually able to go forward in time up to 12 days. So I can now use the right arrow instead and now go into the future. Now, if I wanted to record something, same as using that On Now banner, I can go over to the time slot I would like, press select on that time slot, and either record the episode, record the series, or more show times. I can go to record episode, press select on that, and I can change the preferences if I would like. Let's say extend this more than 30 minutes afterwards, and let's keep until I erase. And I can now press record, and that single episode is recording. So as you may see, a single episode will be a single red dot, and a series will be multiple red dots on top of each other. So that is the guide. And that guide button is located right here on the remote again. So now that we know the guide, let's go over the menu. So the menu is located right here. So this menu button will open up the menu. So I'm going to press the menu button, and that banner on the left side is the menu. You can also bring up the menu by pressing the left arrow on the dial. This will also open up that same menu on the left side. If you notice here, there are a few different features on this menu. You're able to access a lot of the buttons that are designated for the replay control or the on demand or the DVR. You can find on this menu, as well as your community page and a few other things. So I'm going to go through this pretty quickly and show you what is offered on the menu right here. So you have the community page. This community page, I can press select on that. It will open up the community page. You can also access the community page by clicking one button located at the top of your remote. On your remote, it won't say apps, it will say my home or my and with a little house icon on it. And if you press that, it will open up the community page. This is where you would see the announcements from your community, as well as some other announcements from Hotwire, as well as anything else going on in your community. And your community will post different activities going on when they reopen. And this is actually our premium community station, and this will actually allow you to have a lot more access to what's going on in the community, and this has to be upgraded for the entire community. This premium community station will allow you to actually get live feeds of what's going on in your area. So as you see, I can see the front gate of this community, as well as the extra gate right here, the playground. Let's say your child or grandchild is playing at the park and you want to check up on them. You can go see what they're doing, or you can even see if your kids are playing basketball as well. So you can definitely use this community station to your advantage, as well as some other messages in here. So definitely something you should check out, and if that is something that you would like with the premium community station, let your account manager know. So bringing up the menu again, underneath the community station you have the live TV tab. This live TV tab, I'm going to press select on that. This tab will allow me to view 3 different guide styles. So as you see, this grid guide is the standard guide that you would open by pressing the guide button. And as you know, it's channels up and down, time slot left and right. The channel list guide will show you channels left and right and time slots going up and down. The on now guide will show you what is currently on right now, as well as what was on previously and what is going to be on right next. So those are 3 different guide styles. You can change your primary guide style in the settings, and I will show you how to access settings a little bit later. I recommend using the grid guide because it is the standard and you are most likely used to that layout. Underneath the guide styles, you have the TV filters. These TV filters will filter out specific content. So I can select on movies, for example, and I will get just movies. I can go over to sports, just get sports, go over to kids shows, and I will only get kids shows, and just like that, even for news as well, it'll organize everything just like that. And there is one more location where you can be a little bit more specific on the filters as well, and I'll show you how to do that a little bit later. Underneath that, you have your favorite lists to set up a favorite list. So you would go on this one to set up. So I'm going to set that up. I can click on set up new list, and now I can select the stations that I would like to have on my favorite list. So I can type in a station and get to that area, and then use the arrow keys to select the specific station. I want the History Channel, Animal Planet, and let's say OWN and TLC. I want these 4 stations on my favorite list. I can then press save, and now I've created a new favorite list. And let me go back a page, and now you can see that I've set up a new favorite list, and I can access it right here. I can go onto it and press select on the station I would like. And on this favorite list now, I am actually on a list that only includes those stations on my favorite list. So using the channel button, it'll only let me cycle through that. Opening up the guide, and as you see, you only see 4 stations right here. So to exit out of your favorite list, you can simply go back to the left, go down to live TV, go to your favorite list, and go to view all channels, and select a station off of your favorite list. And as you see, we are no longer in that list of favorites. You are also able to exit out of the favorite list. Let me go back into it. You can either do view all channels and select something off of that there, or you can go back into the favorite list. So I'm going to show you again how I can't change the stations from out of this. I can actually change to a station by typing in a number. So I know channel 66, for example, isn't on my favorite list. And it will now show me that I've exited out of the favorite list and I've selected a station outside of that. And so that was the Live TV tab right here. Underneath that, you have the Recorded TV. This Recorded TV will do the same thing as the the DVR button on the top right of your remote. That DVR button is located right there. Oops. Right over there. And this DVR button, once you press that, it will open up your DVR, and that's where you're going to be able to access your recording. So I'm going to go over that in just a few minutes. So you have Recorded TV, same as pressing the DVR button. You have On Demand right here, same as pressing the On Demand button. And that On Demand button is located right there as well. So you can access almost all of that through the menu. Underneath the On Demand tab, I'm going to go over On Demand as well later. You have Apps. Under Apps, I can press Select on that. Right now, these are currently not available, but these will be something that will be updated in the future. And on this tab, currently, you are able to access the weather. So you can select on Weather, and it will give you the current weather forecast in your area. So that was Apps right here, and that is something that is still in the works. Underneath that, you have Mosaics. I can press Select on Mosaics, and it will give me 3 different options. You have News, Kids, and Sports, and what Mosaics has, it will allow you to watch 4 different stations at once, so I can get different shows and access everything else at the same time. So let's say I want to now watch this station right here. I can press Select on that or change to a different station simply by going up and down through that. We have kids stations as well. You're able to just go change through very easily. And now let's say I want to watch this station on full screen. I can hold down that back exit button, so the back exit button right there, and it will actually exit me out to the full screen. Oh, I'm sorry, that. Let me go back again. Let me go back into Mosaics. Go over to Kids, and let's go to The Simpsons right here. And let's say I want to exit now to this as full screen. I can hold down the back exit button and it will exit to the full screen. If I now want to go back to the Mosaics view, I can tap the back exit button and it will bring me back into Mosaics. Let me hold down that button again. Underneath Mosaics, you have the Help tab. This Help tab, you'll be able to find many different help videos as well as information on how to download the mobile app, as well as storm preparedness and many other things on here. And you can go through this and discover the different features on the Help tab. Underneath the Help tab, you have Search. You may not need the search if you have the voice remote. So the search, you'll be able to type something in and it will allow you to search for something. But as I said, you most likely have the voice remote, so you are able to search for the station just by using your voice, and I'll go over the different commands for the voice control as well. Last thing on the menu is the settings. So I can now press select on settings, and it will open up the different preferences that I can change. So a few things that I'll just show you on here. As you see, you have access to the favorite list, screen aspect ratios, closed captioning options. This is if you wanted to change the actual font size or color of your closed captions. You'll be able to turn on the closed captions from a different screen, and I will show you how to do that a little bit later as well. But from here, this is something that I do recommend for a lot of people. If you want, you can actually set up your stations and customize your channel list. So you have your favorite list and you have the customized channels right here. I can press on customize channels, and I can actually get rid of stations I no longer want. So I can get rid of all of these, let's say, and only keep the ones I want. So I can press save, and now those stations are not going to show up in my guide. So let me go into guide, and let's go to the early stations that I've gotten rid of, and let's go through. So going down now, and you see right there that it is missing that the block of channels that were there. Let's do that one more time. I don't know if that's saved. Customize channels. I didn't click save, that's why. Click on save, go back, and now we can go through. And you see how it is missing the block of channels from 5 to 40 that I have set up right there. So it'll just jump right through the stations right there. And that's how you're going to be able to edit your guide and get rid of some stations that you may not want. If you don't speak Spanish at all, definitely you can get rid of the Spanish-speaking stations. Or if you have a station that you aren't subscribed to, you can get rid of it as well. So let's go back into the settings one more time. Go over here, and this is where you're going to be able to change many of the different preferences on here. If you do need to pair your remote to your specific television, you would go down to settings, go to remote control, and go to TV pairing. TV pairing will allow you to pair your remote to your specific television set. So if your Hotwire remote, your Vision TV remote, is not allowing you to change the volume on your TV, or it is not turning on and off your television set itself, this is where you would configure your remote to communicate to your TV. You just have to follow the instructions, pressing select and mute, then pressing select again, pressing the number 1, and then pressing the number that is corresponding with your TV brand, and that should sync your TV to your remote, or I should say sync your remote to your TV. So that was everything in the menu. So next thing I will show you is the so we already, as you know, we did the down arrow, brings up this banner right here. We have the left button, which opens the menu. We have the up button now, which I haven't talked about. This up button will allow me to see the last 5 shows that I have watched. So I can now actually cycle through this and go to something I was watching earlier by pressing select. And go up again, switch back to something else I was watching. And very simple, just like that. I can also press up and up one more time, and it's going to show me my recent recordings that I have done. So if I wanted to watch the show I've just recorded, I can go right back to it and watch what I have just recorded. So that is using the up arrow. Now, using the right arrow, last direction, you've done every single one besides right. So pressing the right arrow, it will give me viewing options. These viewing options, if you see here, it has the live TV filters, and this is a more specific filter that will allow you to better specify what content you want. So I can go to movies, for example, and get specifically the exact type of movies I would want. So let's say drama movies. I can press select on that, and now I have all of the drama movies right here. Going back to that again, let's say I want sports, and let's say I want golf. I can do that and get the golf stations just like that. So that is the live TV filters. I recommend using the filters from here, be more specific. And over here, you're also able to access your favorite list as well and start your favorite list. Go back. Underneath this is where you can change your audio and language if that is something you need to change, and if it is offered on that current station. As well as this is where you're going to be able to turn on and off your closed captions. So if you see here, closed captions, I can press select on that, go up to on, press select, and now my closed captions are on. And as you see right there, they'll start up in just a moment. And now to show you again, so closed captions, you go right down to closed captions, press select, and you would turn it on or off. And press select, just like that. I'm going to leave it off for right now. Last thing on there is the TV zoom. This TV zoom you may not have to change. This is just based on your TV's aspect ratio. I recommend always leaving it on normal. Last thing on there is the channel search, and which, as I said, you will not need if you are using the voice remote function. So I'll actually go over the voice remote function right now. So that right there is the voice remote button. And to use your voice remote, you simply have to hold down that button and say the command and then release the button. So I can hold it down, Food Network, and let go, and it will tune to that show or network that I have just selected. HGTV, we'll do that. Channel 400, it'll change the station as well. And remember, I am pressing and holding and then releasing after I've said my command. You can also search for actors and actresses using the voice remote. So I can press and hold it down. Let's say Dwayne Johnson. It will search for the actor. It will give me the option right here of their name. It will normally show the picture if it is available. Doesn't look like it's available right now. I can press select on that and see what he is in. So it looks like he isn't in any shows coming on right this moment or in the next few days. He's not going to be on any movies, but he is available in our on-demand menu. So you can see here, Dwayne Johnson has all of these movies right here. And you can press select on one of these and be able to watch or rent one of these from on-demand. And as I said, I want to go into on-demand in just a moment. So let's go out of that, holding down the back exit button. And one more thing I can show you, there are many different voice commands that you can use. And be able to navigate through and change the timing actually of the show. So let's replay this. So now I've replayed it, so I have time to play around with. So instead of using the fast forward buttons themselves, I can actually use that voice remote button and hold it down. Fast forward, and it will go fast forward just like that. Fast forward, it'll go faster. Play, and it will start playing just like that. I can even say jump back 2 minutes, and it will jump back 2 minutes. Oh, it looks like it didn't go. It looks like it registered as 2 instead of the number 2. So skip forward 4 minutes. And there we go. So that is how it is supposed to work. I can say jump back 3 minutes. Jump back 3 minutes. Oh, skip back 3 minutes. So you have to be rather specific with your commands, or it may not execute those commands properly. So I definitely recommend getting those commands so you're used to saying them in the proper way. And it is very simple to do. Pause and stop it, play, and start it again. Alright, so that was the voice command. So now I will go over how to access our on-demand. So pressing the on-demand button, located right there, that will open up the on-demand menu right here. And if you see right here, this may look different from your on-demand display style, and you can change your display style. I recommend using the grid view, so I can now go down to display style and changing that from list view to grid view just by changing that. And you'll notice if I go back up to featured, where you normally would get into the DVR on demand, you are able to see the pictures of the movies as well as the names a little bit easier. So on the on-demand, I will show you how to, let's say, go to our free movie library. We can go down to movies, press select on movies, scroll down to free movies, go over to the right to view more, and now it will give me the movies sorted by the provider of those movies. So we have FX, FX Movie Channel, Hallmark, LMN, and a few more on here. And if you may notice, this is only showing 6 of those movies. I can actually go to view more, and it will show me all of the selections from that station. So as you see, there's 42 right here. FX Movie Channel, they have 24 right here, and MGM, we have 51 right here. And these numbers fluctuate depending on which shows and movies are available. So let's start by playing a bigger movie. So let's do downsizing. Let's press select on that. On a free movie, it will simply just show you a red play button, and it will show you that it is free and that you can watch it. I can simply press select, and it will start playing that movie. If you now notice on the screen, it says that I am not able to fast forward. I can try fast forwarding. It won't allow me. It will allow me to use the rewind and the jump buttons, though. So you are actually able to use the jump forward button and go through a portion of the movie if you wanted to. But you are not able to fast forward through many of the bigger box office movies. The movies that are lower budget, or like the Hallmark movies, for example, they will actually allow you to fast forward through them, so you are able to do that as well. So let's now go off of the on-demand. Let's go back, and I'll show you a paid movie just to show you what it would look like. So let me go back into on-demand right here. I can either go to on-demand. Oops. Either go to the on-demand button, or I can just go on the on-demand screen right here. And let's go to these newly released movies. These will be the movies. And as you see, this one is $20 or $19.99 to rent in HD for 2 days. The reason why the pricing is like this, because this movie has not hit theaters, because the theaters are currently closed. So if you would like to watch a brand new movie, you'd be able to watch it through the on-demand through there. So let's just press back, exit. Let's get out of there. Now let's show you the DVR button. So the DVR you can access by either going to the left, going down to recorded TV, or by pressing the DVR button, which is located right there. Pressing that, it will give me the recordings that I have done. If you see here, I have all of my recordings sorted by date. If I go to the right, it will sort them by title. If I go to the right again, it will show me to go and record something. I can record and go to the guide. Or I can actually channel and time, so I can actually pick a specific station and schedule for a specific date and a specific time. So I can do that if you don't know the name of the show, or if you know something is coming on in the distant future that is not on the program list, you can record from here. So I can go here and record something well into the future. Up to 31 days, it looks like. I can go all the way here and record on this certain station on this day right here and press record. So that will record almost a month from now. I can go to scheduled and see what I've scheduled. As you see today, I have many Forged in Fires scheduled. I can go down, see what's going to be on tomorrow, the next day, and I can go and manage those. So as you see here, I have a lot of Forged and Fired, and let's say I don't want this 11 o'clock or 11 a.m. Episode. I can press select on that and press don't record, and it will cancel the episode right there. So that's how you would cancel a single episode. You would go to your scheduled, see if there are any conflicts, and you are able to record 4 shows at once and be able to watch TV on your set-top box as well. And if there are any conflicts, you can manage them through here. And let's say I had other airings at 8 o'clock tonight. If I wanted to get rid of one, press select on that, press don't record, and cancel the episode. So just like that, we can manage everything from here. I can actually go to series. So if you have multiple series being recorded at once, or multiple series just being recorded in general, you can manage them all right here. So let's say I no longer want to have this NHL hockey being recorded. I can press select on that. It will give me the series info. It will show me how many episodes I have recorded, how many episodes that are scheduled in the future. And so if I wanted to cancel the series now, I can simply cancel the series just like that. But before I do that, if you don't want those episodes anymore, I recommend erasing the episodes first. It will erase everything altogether. So erase all episodes, erase. There we go. So that one, the recording that was left, was the recording that was currently happening. So that is canceled now. And now that that recording is now, those recordings are now gone, I can cancel the series and press cancel, and that is no longer going to be recorded. So one more time, let's do the River Monsters. I have 2 recorded, 3 scheduled. Erase the episodes. Episodes are gone. Cancel series and cancel it just like that. To play your DVR or the shows that you've recorded, I'll press the DVR button again. And now from here, let's say I want to watch this Simpsons right here. I can press select on that. It will say play. Since I've already played it, it says resume play. Or I can start over. So I'll do start over. And let's watch this from the very beginning. And just like how I did on a replay station, I can fast forward, rewind, pause as much as I would like. And now when I have finished watching this, I can actually use the stop button, which is located at the top of the remote. Let's see, at the top of the remote, located right to the left of that record button. So let me show you from here. It's blocking. So that white square button on the top bar in between the info button and that red record button, that will actually stop the playback of that DVR show, and you can either resume, start over, or erase. Let's erase this. Click on that, and then erase, and now it is now gone. So I'm going to go over that red record button really quick. So that red record button is used for if you've stumbled upon a station. So let's say Lone Star Law, and I actually want to record this show. So from the moment I have gone to this station, it will record from the moment I've gotten to it for the rest of that time slot. So I got to the very beginning of this, so I'm lucky. I can press that red record button, and it will start recording. Now, a different thing that you can do on the top left as well is the info button. That info button will bring up the information about that show. It'll give me the options to record the show. Let me stop recording it. Either record the series, record the episode, start over, and different options on that as well. So last few things on your remote. There are a couple basic buttons to show you. So there's the mute button right there. We'll mute the audio just by clicking that. And then the last button, which is located up there, that last button will jump back and forth between the last 2 stations you were on. So I would like to thank you for listening and following along through this class. And I hope that this class was very useful to you. And I hope you have a great rest of your day as well. Bye for now.